The first fundamental question can be, what is AWS? AWS meaning the Amazon Web Services platform that provides more than 200 fully featured services from data centers located all around the world. And it's one of the most comprehensive cloud platform in today's world. Amazon Web Service is an online platform that provides scalable and cost-effective cloud computing solutions. AWS is a broadly adopted cloud platform that offers several on-demand operations like computing power, database storage, content delivery to help incorporate scale and grow. Let's understand some of the advantages of using AWS. AWS provides a user-friendly programming model, architecture, database, as well as operating system that has been already known to employers. AWS is a very cost-effective service. There is no such thing as long-term commitments for anything that you would like to purchase. It offers billing and management for the centralized sector, hybrid computing, and fast installation or removal of your application in any location within just few clicks. There is no need to pay extra money on running data servers by AWS. AWS offers a total ownership cost at very reasonable rates in comparison to other private cloud service providers. Now, how has AWS become so successful? I have listed out a few reasons. Let's go through them one by one. First one is the security aspect. AWS provides a secure and durable platform that provides end-to-end security and storage solution. Experience. The skills and infrastructure management born from Amazon's many years of experience can be very valuable. Flexibility. It allows users to select the operating system, language, database, and other services as per their requirements. Easy to use. This is probably one of the most important reason why AWS is becoming so popular compared to its peers. AWS lets you host your applications quickly and securely, regardless of whether it is an existing or a new application. Scalable. The applications you use can be scaled up or down depending on your requirements. So this is the services like auto scaling groups and load balancing that are given by AWS are very helpful if you want to scale up or scale down your resources for a certain event. Cost savings. You only pay for the compute power, storage, and other resources that you use without having any long-term commitments. Scheduling. This enables you to start and stop AWS services at a predetermined times. Reliability. AWS takes up multiple backups at services at multiple physical locations. So that's where the services are quite robust and reliable. Now let's understand one of the most fundamental concept of AWS infrastructure, that is AWS regions. So what are AWS regions? AWS regions are separate geographic areas that AWS uses to house its infrastructure. These are distributed around the world so that customers can choose the region closest to them in order to host their cloud infrastructure. The closer your region is to you, the better, so that you can reduce network latency as much as possible for your end users. You want to be near the data centers for the fast service. Let's say AWS has a data center in North Virginia, US, and a data center in London, and a data center in Mumbai, India. So if you are operating or your main office is in Mumbai, India, or somewhere near India, then it's better for you to select the Mumbai region instead of selecting the London or North Virginia region. Advantages of AWS. So AWS provides a user-friendly programming model architecture as well as databases. So these advantages we have already seen. Now let's see this below image to get more clarity about your region and availability zones. So see the below image from AWS documentation for a visual representation of availability zones within regions. So this is the entire ecosystem of AWS or Amazon Web Services. Now in this entire ecosystem you have different regions. So as I told, US East 1 or Asia region, different regions, and again inside these regions you have different availability zones where your physical data centers or the physical hardware lies. So you have multiple availability zones in one region, and also you have multiple regions and multiple availability zones for reliable and secure backup. Let's say if there is some problem at one particular data center, then within the same region you are having another data center, so your work won't stop and your website or any service that you are using will be quick and running. So this is how this infrastructure of AWS is set up around the world. I hope you are clear with the concept discussed in this video. Now I'll take you to the AWS management console and teach you how you can get started with AWS. So now let me show you how you can create your account on Amazon Web Services. So on your browser, just open a new tab and write AWS Management Console. If you don't have any account, then you can just click over here, sign into the console and create a new AWS account. Over here you have to give your email ID, account and your card details and few other things like contact details and everything. Then once you are verified, then you'll be able to log in with your AWS account. I already have my AWS account, so I'll show you how to log in through that account and how the user interface of AWS looks like. So then I'll add my password. It will take some time to load, and then I have successfully logged in into my AWS account. So let me just give you a little introduction about different services in the AWS. In the next video, we'll have a detailed explanation of some important services like SageMaker, S3, RDS and other things, but let me just give you a brief overview. So this is your main home page of your AWS management console. Over here you can see these are some of my recently visited services. If you are logging in for the first time, then probably you won't get this recently visited list. So to start any service, you just have to come over here on the search bar, and let's say I want to go to my S3 bucket. S3 is a storage service that AWS offers. As you can see, scalable storage in cloud. So S3 bucket is a very popular AWS service. So let me click over here, and as you can see, I'm getting one option to create a bucket. So just for a quick example purpose, I'll quickly show you how to create this S3 bucket. So create a bucket. Let me name this test bucket, and I won't change the region. So North Virginia, US East 1, and simply I'll go down and click on create bucket. So it says bucket with that name already exists. So let me write 1 2 3 and let me create a bucket. Still it says bucket with that name already exists. So let me change the name. Let's say example bucket 03, and let's click on create bucket. So I think with this name we are successfully able to create this bucket. So over here in the buckets you can see example bucket 03, this is the region and this is what we have created. So if you go into this bucket, then you can create a folder and upload files from your local machine to store it over here. Let me go back. And one important thing about using different AWS services, just always make sure whenever you are done with performing your practical tasks or done with your work with AWS services, make sure to free up the resources. Otherwise you will be unnecessarily charged by Amazon. So as of now I don't have any use about for this bucket, so I'll just simply delete this bucket. So I'll here write example bucket 03 and I'll simply delete this bucket. So yeah, so I have free up I don't have any use of this bucket, so that's why I deleted it. So I won't be unnecessarily charged by AWS. So I hope you are clear with this little introduction to AWS. Now let's move to the next video. Thank you for watching.